breaking news.
Welcome back, everyone. Here's the latest on Lala. We just got the 5 o'clock update, and it is a Category 1 hurricane. Because it stayed over open waters, we're now seeing a little bit of gain at the center of the system, jumping up to 80 miles per hour. And that's due to the fact that it has stayed over open waters. You still see it's a symmetrical eye.
And Lala continuing to pass very close to the Big Island. The National Hurricane Center just released their 5 p.m. update, and they say the outer eye wall is actually impacting the Big Island. So that's unfortunate because that's where the strongest winds are. Now, the actual eye, you can see it's about 10 to 15 miles away, but that eye wall, those strong winds that are right along the eye wall.
Breaking tonight, 4 people were dead after a car drove into Mill Creek at the Western Hills Viaduct. We're live with the breaking details as a 5th victim was taken to the hospital. And breaking in Green Township, an abduction ending in a police chase and gunfire.
Officers felt that they needed to stop the threat and fired rounds at the suspect.
What we're learning about the suspect and victim, who are both in the hospital tonight.
This is WLWT News 5, leading the way with a weather impact day.
And yes, another weather impact day is on tap as the chance for storms is not out the picture. Thank you for joining me on WLWT News 5 at 11. I'm Aaron Thomas. Now, plenty of drive time today, but the severe weather threat continues through the weekend. Meteorologist Sabrina Bates joins us with a live look at the radar in the areas most at risk. Sabrina.
You're watching local coverage you can count on. This is Wayne 15 News Weekend Report.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Marcus Truccio. We're going to start off with weather. Meteorologist Lance Huffman joins us right now. And Lance, not unlike last evening, we've seen some spotty downpours, but where it rained, it poured.
Yeah, Fort Wayne, more like Fort Rain, because the second day in a row to where portions of Fort Wayne have seen over an inch of rainfall in just 1 hour. We saw that yesterday.
Take a look at these images. What a week it has been for Hoosiers and first responders dealing with flooding across Indiana. Ravenswood still battling flooding, and Carmel facing some serious structural damage to one of its bridges. That road is gone. And the rain is not over yet either, unfortunately. Rob's keeping a close eye on the water levels, how much rain we can expect going into the week. And so we start tonight in the Weather Center, and Rob, some areas are really getting a lot of rain right now.
Yeah, additional heavy rain coming down. The severe thunderstorm warning that was in place has been dropped, but the heavy rain continues. So let's get right into it. Show you the radar because we have a storm that is approaching.
From 16 News Now, this is breaking news.
Good evening and welcome to 16 News Now at 6. I'm John Bailey. We begin tonight as days of storms and flooding have now killed at least 6 people in Indiana, including a 4-year-old boy from Jennings County. The White River peaked early today in Indianapolis, and the threat of more rain and flash flooding isn't over yet. Hundreds of families have been forced from their homes, and tonight about 125,000 NIPSCO customers all across the state are still in the dark.
Live from our Central Indiana studios, this is the CBS 4 News.
Tonight, heavy flooding weakens roadways across the Indy metro area and prompts evacuations. This drone video is the bridge on Hazeldale Road in Carmel, which is partially washed away in the floodwaters. And water is still rushing down the White River, leaving a path of destruction. That high water is now moving through Johnson and Morgan counties. Right now in Morgan County, people are being evacuated in the area of State Road 144 and Smoky Row Road. They say Smoky Row Road is now underwater. The department says 8 to 10 people were evacuated tonight, and other residents are urged to leave before waters rise even higher. Thanks for joining us. I'm Howard Monroe in for Max.
Time is the most valuable thing in the morning. Time for packing lunches, time for coffee, time for working out, time for feeding the dog, time for breathe.
Good morning.
News 13 this morning can save you time so you can plan your day by being prepared for the weather and staying up to date with what's happening around the Panhandle. Watch News 13 this morning so you can have more time for you.
Eyewitness News starts now.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, a decision handed down today for a young woman on trial for her part in the murder of Caleb Quick of Clovis.
That public trust is gone, and she should resign.
After a call for her resignation, a Fresno Unified School Board trustee issues an apology tonight to a former football coach.
We're coming off of a cooler than average weekend, but today temperatures already climbing to be on the hot side. I'll let you know what to expect the rest of the week in your pinpoint weather forecast coming up.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 6 with Catherine Herr and your pinpoint weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. CBS 47 Eyewitness News, on your side in our community.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Catherine Herr. Our top story tonight, a juvenile court judge finds Cassandra Michael guilty of first-degree murder in connection to the murder of Caleb Quick of Clovis.
Hello, and thanks for joining us. Alberta is set to roll out its controversial dual practice healthcare model next month, and Ottawa is raising concerns. The federal health minister is warning Alberta to protect public health care, setting the stage for a potential showdown. Travis McEwen reports.
Coming up on CBC Vancouver News. The school that became the site of a mass shooting is being torn down.
You know, this is going to be the start of the next chapter of Tumbler Ridge.
As the community of Tumbler Ridge continues to rebuild. Plus, while some Summerland evacuees go home, others still can't return.
It comes into a patch of dry fuel, and then you see these fires take off and build in size quite quickly.
Hot, dry conditions remain in the forecast as crews continue their firefight. And as another tariff deadline looms, BC business owners are watching and worrying.
It poses an existential threat to my business. On any given month, I ship 25 to 50% of my sales to the United States.
How the most tariff-affected community in BC is faring.
This is CBC Vancouver News.
Good evening, thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle Gassoub. Teardown work has begun at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School months after a mass shooting killed 6 people, including 5 children.
Now on Coast TV News.
Rehoboth Beach Farmers Market change.
We have to be able to sell retail.
What happened with Grove Park today?
Fundraiser for Fenwick Island Restaurant. How a local business is helping rebuild after a tragic accident.
We're getting ready to enjoy a little more in the way of sunshine across the Delmarva Peninsula, but the question is, just for how long?
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Some of these trees in Rehoboth Beach's Grove Park identified as hazardous. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. Our top story tonight, the ongoing environmental concerns causing some businesses devastating losses.
Grove Park is in full focus after the farmers market was canceled last week because trees were deemed dangerous.
Fox 10 Extra News at 7 starts now.
Now at 7, extreme heat returning to the valley, and it will stick around. We can expect dangerous highs of 110 degrees or hotter over the next couple of days. And meteorologist Erica Horvatine is here tracking the weather for us. Erica.
Hey there, Ellen. Yeah, temperatures climbing to 113 this afternoon. So we've been on the warming trend over the last couple of days.
Breaking right now, some very, very sad news from the Baltimore Ravens. O.J. Brigance has died after a long battle with ALS. Brigance was a member of the Super Bowl winning team in 2000, his only year with the Ravens, but he later returned to our city in a very personal role. Brigance was diagnosed with ALS in 2007. He then created the Brigance Brigade Foundation with his wife Shonda to raise money for the fight against the terminal disease. O.J. Brigance was 56 years old. We'll have more coverage tonight on the News at 10.
You're watching News Source 8. Trusted local coverage for more than 70 years. You're watching KNOE 8 First Alert News. Available on your favorite streaming app.
Well, new rules if you book an event in parts of Ouachita Parish. Good evening to you. I'm Jennifer Andrews. Elisha Mangum is here with more on what's new. Elisha.
Now, your Billy Wood Honda forecast first.
Record-breaking day here in the Artemis region for a couple of different areas. El Dorado did tie its record of 106, and Monroe broke its record previously set in 1918 of 104. We broke it today at 105, which is unfortunate, but we do expect to see continued heat as we head into tomorrow. So unfortunately, we may have another record-breaking day in store for us during tomorrow, as we expect daytime highs right back into the triple digits, right around 104 to maybe 106 possible again. That's your forecast first. NBC 10 News at 10 starts now.
Live from the KTVE Broadcast Center, your ArkLaMiss news source, the award-winning station, and home of the live storm tracker Doppler radar. This is NBC 10 News, live at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kyla Scott. Our top story tonight, a new ghost drug has made its way into the Ouachita Correctional Center, straining officer resources.
All we heard was atomic boom. It sounded like an explosion. It sounded like we was under attack.
A deadly explosion at a Toledo factory. 2 people confirmed killed. We have team coverage this afternoon. Find out where investigators are in trying to determine a cause.
And watching license plates, but where does the data actually go? Why one Lucas County commissioner wants the license plate reading cameras to hit the pause button.
And medicine mixed with technology. See how more and more Americans are taking their health concerns to AI.
13 Action News starts now with breaking news.
Well, welcome into Action News at 4. We have some new information linked to that breaking news that we've been following since about 5 o'clock this morning. Toledo Fire and Rescue now confirming 2 people are dead after a fire and an explosion happened at Brent Industries. It's off of South Avenue, and that happened early this morning.
A news conference just wrapped up a short time ago. Our Alexis Means and Brianna Weaver both joining us live for team coverage on this story this afternoon. First, Brianna has the latest from that news conference. Brianna.
WTOL 11 breaking news now.
All right, and we've got a lot headed your way as we come on the air here, top of the hour at 5. It's now been 12 hours since a South Toledo factory blew up, leaving 2 workers dead and others injured.
That fire is still burning at this hour. We have live team coverage in just a minute. But first, we do need to get to breaking news right now out of East Toledo at Shelley Liquid Facility on George Hardy Drive.
And we understand this is another hazmat situation, this time leading to evacuations.
You're watching Maryland's first television station. Now, WMAR 2 News at 6.
Our reporting found drivers paying too much to register their cars. Now a Maryland lawmaker wants to know who else could be affected.
Microsoft gaming employees in Hunt Valley are outraged over mass layoffs across the company. Now they're calling on Microsoft to come to the bargaining table.
Ravens continue to mourn the loss of O.J. Brigance, a former player, but also a franchise icon on and off the field.
I'm Mallory Safaste in Baltimore. A Maryland lawmaker wants the MVA to find out if more drivers are owed refunds. The request comes after our reporting found drivers paying too much because their cars were put in a higher weight class than they should have been.
Trusted, local, WCTV Eyewitness News starts now.
Months of campaigning leading to this primary election day in the Sunshine State. Welcome to our special coverage of Election 2026. Thank you for joining us here at 5. I'm Jacob Murphy.
And I'm Julie Montanaro. With 2 hours to go before polls close, we're seeing impressive turnout here in Florida's capital county. Grace Temple is going to begin our team coverage tonight, live from the Leon County Supervisor of Elections headquarters. Grace, where do things stand right now?
Now, on 7 News, police say a man sneaks onto a commercial flight and falls asleep. Tonight, the call that set the wheels in motion for an arrest. Mother Nature's hot streak taken to the extreme. From hot weather to hot cars, we hear from a victim of a ritzy ripoff in a 7 News exclusive. And voters head to the polls to cast their vote in some hot races. Plus, A rideshare company wanted to put the brakes on an employee after a radical change. It's tonight's Help Me Howard with Brandon Byer. This is 7 News at 6.
First tonight here at 6 o'clock, days after a security scare on board a plane at a South Florida airport, we are hearing the call for help. Hello and welcome, everyone. Police say a man trespassed onto the tarmac, then onto an aircraft.
That's when employees made a startling discovery. And 7's Maricela Burgos at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport with our top story here at 6 o'clock. Maricela?
Live at 6, CBS 47 Fox 30 Action News Jax begins with breaking news.
And that breaking news is happening on the west side right now as we take a live look for the first time together. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office investigating an officer-involved shooting. You can see reporters there getting ready to get more information. And you can see an ambulance or a fire truck there and some flashing lights in the background. I'm Tanika Hughes.
And I'm Ben Becker. Now, we know the officers on the scene, Tanika, did not suffer any injuries right now. So that's one of the good things that we've learned about this. But again, you can take another look and you see we have our crews there on the scene right now. JSO is there as well. You see a bank of microphones awaiting this briefing from JSO.
This is WPTV News at 7.
Your voice, your vote. Tonight, Florida voters choose who makes a November ballot, from the next governor to a key U.S. Senate primary and pivotal local races. We have team coverage across the state tracking those results in real time.
Plus, a shakeup for the November election. The Palm Beach County Clerk of Court, who was running for re-election in the general election, arrested on 5 felony charges related to child sexual abuse. We're following the latest on the investigation and what's next for the clerk's office. Our coverage begins now. It's 7 o'clock, which means polls are now closed in our area and will close in 1 hour if you're in the Panhandle. And results are expected to come in any minute.
It is 7 o'clock and polls are closing across much of Central Florida. In fact, across much of the entire state. There is part of the Panhandle that still is open for another hour.
Welcome in, voters and non-voters alike. This is Florida Tonight.
The election night edition celebrating one of our greatest civic duties.
I'm Chris Cato.
And I'm Haley Hines. And hey, on this day in 1920, women won the right to vote.
Let's give it up for the 19th Amendment, y'all. And yeah, there's one. And give it up for us. It's our first ever and quite possibly last election-themed episode. We're about to school you on some of our great state's weirdest elections.
Which city settled a draw with ping pong balls?
And why you'll find the Skunk Ape Protection Act proposal buried in our state archives.
Consequential primaries. Voters across the Sunshine State heading to the polls, casting their ballots in dozens of races.
We are going to be a state that is continued to be based upon economic freedom.
A fiercely contested GOP primary as candidates seek the party's nomination.
The difference between me and everybody else is simple. One, I've shown up and I've gotten things done.
But a former Republican seeking the Democratic nomination is looking to play spoiler.
I believe in the Democratic values, but this is bigger than one party.
Plus, 2 Democrats vying for the U.S. Senate nomination.
This is a track record of delivering.
I know what Floridians are facing. Looking to unseat the likely challenger, incumbent Ashley Moody.
You can really feel the energy. Folks are excited.
Also tonight, new maps reshaping U.S. House races.
You have so many black leaders that have said to the Congresswoman not to run here, to run where she lives.
But Republicans are looking to capitalize.
I'm a proud American, a proud Jewish Republican, and I'm going to appeal to swing voters that we need.
And high-stakes local elections across South Florida.
The polls now closed with results coming in.
Vote 2026. The Florida primary starts right now. And good evening, and I'm Calvin Hughes. Welcome to this special edition of Local 10 News. Today, voters headed to the polls across the Sunshine State, casting their ballots in key primary races.
I'm Nicole Perez, and the results shaping the political landscape ahead of November's midterms.